Ishlama Amkhun Briche Mititkhun. This is the first book from Herge Qaryana, the Audmshicha Naʿman Qarabash. And I'm going to do the first book in his 8-book series, his second book with both of those with Eastern and then Western. So the Western's the original Qarabash readers, which I have and which are also available online in a couple places, and so they will be linked to both in this video and the video that comes after it that's going to have the West Syriac Sarta Ma'orboyo Ma'arwaya script. And this video is going to have the Eastern script in it, and it's here so that you can go through it, read through it, but then go back to the Western script. Will be posted in a couple days, and then review it with the Western script. This is to make a nice crossover. So please, if you haven't seen my video already on both scripts, how to handwrite, go to that, and then go through the sequence of the videos, because by book 3, you're only going to be seeing Western script, and my reading of readers goes off of the resources I have, and those are 96% Western script, but 100% Classical Syriac. It is the same language. This is Lishana Sapraya, Classical Syriac, Lishana Ktawanaya, Lishana Atika, and there's no difference between the two dialects. So let's go with our first reader. First readings. Herge Qaryana Qadmaya. So the studies of reading studies, Qadmaya, the first book. Isim Audmshicha Naʿman Qarabash. So it was written by, or was placed by, the servant of Christ, Naʿman from Qarabash. So Audmshicha, it's like Audisho, Audmshicha. And this is his introduction. Let's get into the book though. Herge Qadmaya, Alab. Ha, how, hai, hana, hade. Ha, behold, how, that, masculine. Hai, that, feminine. Hana, this, masculine. Hade, this, feminine. So Hana is close by, this that I'm holding. How is far, that, over there, This house, Beita Hana, that house, how Beita. And same thing with Hade and Hai. Hade is right next to you, this, and Hai is that over there. Akha, brother, Akha. So when you say Akhuna in modern, Lishana Swadaya or Michnaya, Akha, you put the una, it means little brother actually, Akhuna. So we have this, it's like in Spanish you could say mama and mamacita. So mamacita means little mother. It's like that. It's a way of being cute or endearing. Akhuna. Akha, so is brother, just brother. Khatha, sister. Qanya is a reed, but we use it as a pen. Lukha, a board, what you write on chalkboard. Lukha. Akha, khata, qanya, lukha. Hana akha, hade khata. Akha ithle qanya, khata itla lukha. How akha rab min khata. Hai khata tawa min akha. So Hanna akha, this is brother. Hade khata, this is sister. Akha ithle qanya, brother ithle. Ithle, he has, and under it we say ithla. So ithle is he has, ithla, she has. Eat, there is. Ithle, there is to him, he has. Eat, there is. Ithla, there is to her, she has. Akha, the brother. Akha ithle qanya. Akha ithle qanya. Khata, khata itla lucha. Khata itla lucha. How akha, that brother. How akha rab min. Rab. So rab means to be big. That's the adjective, rab. How akha rab min khata. So that brother is bigger than sister. How akha rab min khata. Hay khata, that sister. Hay khata. Tawa min. So tawa is feminine. So if it was the brother is tawa, ta is good, it would be how akha taw min khata. But here it's feminine because it's the sister who is tawa min, is better than. Tawa is good. So tawa min is more good. And for more good English, we would say is better. So hay khata tawa min akha. Hay khata tawa min akha. So akha rab, you have the short form, the adjective form for he's big. For sister, she is tawa. So if you want to say the brother is better than the sister, you'd say akha taw min khata. Or if you want to say the sister is bigger than the brother, khata rabba min akha. Now let's do the shu'ale. And I'm sorry they're on this side. I have to reorient my PDF to do this right. I'll do that for next video. But these questions go with this book. Herge qidmaya. So shu'ale. Penna biyad ramza. Penna is to respond. And ramza is to indicate. Penna biyad ramza. Respond by indicating. So it's your finger. Aynau akha. Aynau akha, which is brother. Hade akha. Aydai khata, which is sister. Actually, that's on top. Ayda hay khata. Which one is that sister? Ayda hay khata. You could say hade hay khata. Aina, which one? Aina. So these are the three ways you say the word which. Aina for a boy, Aida for a girl, and Aina can also be boy or girl. So there you do masculine, the feminine. Aina, Aida. Aina akha, Aida khata, which is brother, which is sister, and Aina rabbuhun. And we know that akha rab min khata, or you could say akha rab bahun, among them. So be would be among himself, bah would be among herself, bahun would be among them. That's the plural. Beth penna bied kthuta. So respond by writing. Khata tawa min khata tawa min akha. Akha ithle, akha ithle, akha ithle qenya. Khata itla, khata itla lucha. And lakhtiutha. So writing. You would write this. Dada, which means uncle, as your father's brother, uncle, dada. Khala is your mother's brother. This is dada, your paternal uncle. Dada khur. So uncle, look. Ha akha. Behold, a brother. So ha is like voila, or in Russian, vot. It's like, here it is. And we don't really have that word in English. It's like, here's your book, haktawach. But it's that. It's like, behold. It's just calling attention and saying something's there. Dada khur. Ha akha am khata. Uncle, look. Brother with sister. Herge treyana. So you have gamla and you have sopra. Man with the dot on top, meaning who. Moon, meaning what. Eika, meaning where. And kma, how much. Man, what. Mon, man, who. Mon, what. Eika, where. Kma, how much. Zahi, boy's name. Zahi ithle ktawa. Man ithle ktawa. Zay ithle ktawa. Zay ithle ktawa. Gamla ra'a gilla. So the gamla ra'a gilla is grass or greenery. It's grass really. So the camel ra'a grazes gilla. Gamla ra'a gilla. Sapra yathba al-sawka. So the bird sits yathba al-sawka. Can't be yatwa because there is one higyana here. separate from this higyana. The tau receives that and it closes the higyana, so that beth would start fresh. Yathba. I'll make a future video on the rules of rukaha qushaya. Sapra yathba al-sawka. The bird sits on the sawka, on the branch. Zai taghzi sapra hade. Zai, come, look at this bird. Panna bid mille. So now you're going to respond, but not bid ramza, but bid mille, by words. Ma nitlik tawa. Ma nitlik tawa. زي اتلك تاوى زي اتلك تاوى من راعي جملة راعي جملة راعي قلة أيكا يثبى صبرا يثبى السوكا أيكا يثبى صبرا يثبى السوكا. شلم, so شلم is the complete. شلم اللي بتغمي. So then they give you the words Ktawa, book, Gilla, and Sauka. Ha Supra al. Ha Supra al Sauka. Supra Yathba al Sauka. Gamla Ra'e. Gamla Ra'a Gilla. Gamla Ra'a Gilla. Zai Qare Ba'a. Zai Qare Ba'khtawa. So we know Ktawa is left. And Lakhtiuta, so your writing exercise. Hasupra yathba al sawka hade. Look, or behold, the bird, she sits upon the branch, this one. So behold, look at this bird sitting on this branch. Herge lithaya. Gaya. Guba, Sagi, Khalwa. So Gaya is a boy's name. Guba is the well, that's the Guba. Sagi is much. And Khalwa means milk. So Sagi, and I would write Sagi into a transliteration as, or the way you do Hugaya for Sagi, it would be Simket Ptacha Gemel, Gemel Khwasa. You would say the Gemel twice, because it's shared. It's Sag-gi. So it's S-A-G-G-I. Sag-gi. Because the Sag is one higyana and then gi in the second higyana. We always have in Hugaya higyane. You can't have bezoa. That doesn't exist. So it's Sag-gi. Much. Gaya, guba, Sag-gi, khalwa. So Guba and Moza. Gaya, Guba, Sagi, Khalwa. Gaya shate, he drinks, Khalwa. Guba ethbe maya. So memorize that phrase, ethbe. That it has in it, ethbe. So we had ethle, ethla, she has, he has. This is ethbe. There is within it. So it contains. It possesses within itself. Guba ithbe maya. Sagi. Talia Sagi Rachem Muza. The little boy really likes banana. Talia Sagi Rachem. He loves. He likes. Rachma would be a friend. Christ asks Peter, Arachma atli, do you love me? Arachem. And this Talia Sagi Rachem Muza. Gaya Haguba. Gaya, look at the well. Guba, and I'm not saying the word look, it's that ha, like that, like voila, like see, you know. Although the word see is not mentioned in the Syriac, it's just that ha, that behold. Gaya ha guba, guba hana ethbe meya, acha sagi rachem muza. So, guba hana, this well, ethbe, there is, in it, contains meya, water. أخ سقي راخ موسى. شوالي بنا بيد ملة. So respond in words. Manna shate gaya. Manna. What does? So manna is another word for what? We had moon, and we have manna. What is it? If you remember your Bible, you remember there was something called manna, right? Manna. What is it? Literally, what? Right here. What? Manna. Manna شات Gaya. Gaya شات خلوة. Eika ethmeya. Guba ethbe meya. Man racha muza. Talya sagi racha muza. Shalem pidgamme. Ach. Gaya shate khalwa. So ach means like. So here in our instructions we see the word like. Ach. It's a good word to learn to write so that you also learn to read it quickly because it's a frequent word. Ach. Gaya shate khalwa. Gaya shate khalwa. Guba esbe maya. Guba esbe maya. Kul talya racham. Kul talya racham muza. There's a muza right there. Muza. Lachtiuta. So write it out. Gaya kulyum shate khalwa. Gaya every day drinks milk. Gaya kulyum shate khalwa. Herge rui aya. So the fourth study. Paya, which is a boy's name. Puma, a mouth. Pila, there's the pila. And pere, so it's a seller of pere, fruit. Paya. Paya arachem pire. So Paya loves fruit. Pila. Hana pila rabba. This elephant is big. So here you're using the word rabba as what it is. Hana pila rabba. When we said akha rab min khata, we're saying he's bigger than. So the big is being used in a comparative. This is just saying the elephant, the big one, right? Hana pila rabba. Tura. Tura ethbe pila. The mountain. Upon it there is. Tura ethbe. In it there is. Tura ethbe pila. So there's a elephant on the mountain. Tura ethbe pila. Pila ethle arisha arabba. The elephant has a great head. Shu'ale hana biyad mille. Mun rache paya. What does paya love? Paya rachem pire. Eika eth pila. Eika. Pila. Hana pila rabba. Tura ethbe pila. Pila rab. أو جملة. بيلا رب أو جملة. بيلا رب من جملة. I don't think that's written. بيلا رب من جملة. شلم بتغمي. بيا راخم بيري. بيلا راخم بخلط. بيلا رب من جملة. Hana pila al tura. Lachtiuta. Aram, so another boy's name, Aram. Aram khzima rabba pila hana. And I think I misspelled pila there. As pela, it's pila. So that's a misspelling. It's pe like this. I'll fix that. Aram khzima Rab Pila Hana. Herge Mishaya. So fifth lesson. Aileen. So we had how, hi. This is Aileen. Those. Basim. So that is a pleasant. Innin is they are. With the feminine plural, they are. And up also. In modern Assyrian, up. Moze, bananas, moze. Tine, these are tine. And anwe, grapes. So, moze, anwe, tine. Muza, basim min tine. So, the banana is more tasty than figs. He's lying, but his grammar is good. Muza, basim min tine. Anbe, or anwe. Al hadis hatha on this basket ith anbe tene mate sagi rachem tene mate so Matthew sagi rachem tene acha takhzi muza ha ab anwe am tene. شو عليه بنبيت رمزة أين هاو موزة هانا هاو موزة أيلين إننتينين تينه أيلين إنن أنبه هالين أنبه إنن شلم بدغمه موزة بسي من تينه إيث ألساتا هاد عنوه متى يسجي راخ موزة or موزة لختيوتا متى يسجي راخ متينه أخا ها أنبه عم موزة Herge shtithaya. So this sixth letter. Shta shtithaya. Herge shtithaya. Winter yisin. Qaita, summer. Sathwa, winter. Taqib. So taqib is to adhere to something, to be stuck to it. And we think of things being attached to things a lot in Syriac in a way that would sound strange in English. But taqib, it's right there, it means there's an attachment. We'll see how it's used. Let's go back. Qaita, satwa, taqib, nakhith. Nakhith is it comes down. Nakhith, like there seems to be talga that is nakhith here on the boy and his dog. Izzal qaita. So qaita, summer went. Izzal, he went. Oetha sathwa, and came. So izzal is he went, oetha is he came. Izzal qaitha, oetha sathwa, winter, sathwa. Qaita taqib khuma usaghin pire. Qaita taqib khuma. So in summer, taqib khuma is adhered. It's like it's saying that heat is attached to summer. So it's just saying in summer it's hot. So qaita taqib khuma. Those two things go together. They tekpin to each other. They're stuck to each other. Tekpin, right? Qaita taqib khuma usagin pere, and the pere, the fruit, are sagi, become much, and they multiply. Qaita taqib khuma usagin pere. Satwa taqib qura. Nakhit comes down. Mutara, rain. Talga, and snow. Kul talya racham talga. Every boy loves snow. Kul talya racham talga. Shu'ale, penna biyad mille. So use your words. Penna biyad mille words. Amath, when? Amath taqib khuma. Qaita taqib khuma. Amath taqib qura. Bsathwa taqib qura. Amath sagin pere. بقيتا سجين بيرة شلم بتغم قيتا تاقب خومة ستوى تاقب قورة بقيتا سجين بيرة بستوى ناخد مطرة لختيوتا خور بخلط خومة لختيوتا خومة بقيتا قورة ستوى خوما the heat قيطة قورة سثوة هرجة شويعاية شم, so that means name. Amhon means with them. Samda is where you put things. Samda, it's your case, like your briefcase or backpack. Qadnya Hatalya Hatlita. Hatalya Hatlita, young boy, a young girl. Talya Tlita. شمطليا هانا الداي شمطليتا هذا صرا الداي أخت صرا et amhon, so there is among them. Et amhon samda, kul samda, each one of them. Kul samda, every case. Ethbe kthawa uqanya. Ethbet, there is in it. Kthawa uqanya. Shual penna biyad ramza. Ay now at day. Ay now at day. In this skapa, that two dots in the air skapa, long A, we're going to combine it with the u for ayna u. It becomes a now. becomes a diphthong. So it goes from being a long A with the bar over it, plus U, to an AW. So it sounds like a short A. A now. Well, it becomes a short A because that waw is taking it, and instead of being an asasa, arwaha, it becomes just the landing for that A sound. So a now at day, a now at day. Same thing here. A day sarra. A now at day. Who's at, which one is at day? And it's saying penna biyad ramza, so we have to do it with ramza. Hana at day. A day sarra. Hadi sarra. Ailin innun sumde, which are. So we have aina, aida, now ailin. Ailin, because we're talking about both sumde. Addays and hers, right? Adday itli sumda. Sarra itla sumda. Aina sumdad adday. Hana sumdad adday. Aidai sumdad sarra. Haday sumdad sarra. Ailin innun sumde. Hanin innun sumde. Chawa means show. Chawa li kanya. Show me a pin. So show the screen a pin. Panna biyad mille. Manno shim talyahana. Mannow, what is shim, the name? Talyahana. And you see, it's not shimma. If it was shimma, you'd have to go shimma de talyahana. You'd have to put a dalat right here. But it's not shimma. That noun does not have that a ending, that skapa ending, so it attaches to the next, to the real subs, to the noun after it. So it's mannaw shimtalya. It's the name of the boy. So here we have shimtalya hana adday. See, name of boy. It's exactly equal like shimma de talya, the name of the boy, or you can go name of boy. It's an attached construction. So it's shim talya. It's that short form. It attaches because it doesn't have the alab at its ending. It will just attach itself to the next noun. And we'll cover this in more detail. I'm trying very hard to avoid complex grammar. So just develop a feel for it before we go into grammar, so it's easier. You have more scaffolding then. We'll take this number 2 from the top. Panna biyad mille, manna shim talyahana adday. Mannu shim tlita hade, shim tlita hade sarra. It's mannu, it's the masculine, because it's manna, as in what is shim, and shim is masculine, the name. So mannaw shim tlita hade. Mana is kul khad. What? Eat. Manna. Manna eat kul khad. What is with each one of them? Manna eat kul khad. Kul khad eat samda. Manna eat bkhul simda. What is there? Manna eat be. What is there? Manna eat be bkhul simda, in every simda. Manna eat be bkhul simda. Bkhul simda it kthawa ukanya. Khul simda eat be kthawa ukanya. Khul simda eat be kthawa ukanya. Adday rab aw sarra. Adday rab min sarra. Lakhthewtha. So write it out. Lakhthewtha. Aram talya tawa. Sagi rachem khate sar'a. So Aram talya tawa, the good boy. Sagi rachem, very much loves. Khate, his sister. See that at the end makes it his sister. Khate sar'a. Herge tminaya, the 8th lesson. Beita, the house. Tar'a, the door. Khalwa, milk. And pere, the fruit. Habeita rabba, behold the big house. Awa, father. Imma, along with mother. Imma sidtarra, the mother is near the door. Imma sidtarra. So sad means next to something, alongside it. هبيت ربا آوى أم إما صد ترعى هات طلية أم إما. Behold the baby with the mother. طلية هانا شات خلوة. This child drinks milk. طلية هانا شات خلوة. أبراخ مبير سجي. And he also loves very much fruit. أبراخ مبير سجي. ها طلية أم إما. طلية هانا شات خلوة. أبراخ مبير سجي. شواله بنا بيد رمزة. أين وبيتا. هانا وبيتا. أين وآوى. هانا وآوى. أيدي إما. هادي إما. أيكو طليا. طليا هانا أم إمي. or صد إمي. بنا بيد ملي. أيكا قائم آوى. Where does father rise? And they mean it here as where is he? So آوى قائم قدام بيتا. So before the house. قدام بيتا. Man إث صد ترعى. صد ترعى إث إما. Mana إث إما. Mana. So what? Mana إث إما. إما إث. So mana إث إما. We're going to go إما إث طليا. Mana shate. What? Shate. So not even looking over here, I've seen so far what drinks. Talya hana. So mana shate talya hana. Because it also could have. So mana shate talya hana. Talya hana shate khalwa. Mana racham sagi. What does he love very much? So maybe they gave us the sentence that he loved his mother, but also that he loves fruit and milk. But here we have mana, and because it's not man with the ptacha, it's mana, it's what. So what does he love? Mana racham sagi. Talya hana shata khalwa abracham pire sagi. So racham pire sagi. Lechtiuta. Talya hana racham pire sagi. This boy very much loves fruit. Herge shi'aya. So ninth lesson. Shi'aya. Recha, which is a smell, aroma. Khamsha, 5. Ilana, a tree. Basima, so it tastes good, pleasant. Khur ganta hade. Khur, it's to look, it's to behold, but as in to look. Khur ganta hade. Itbe khamsha ilana, it has 5 trees in it. Ithba, so ithbe, and then ithba up sagi habawe. So in the genta ithba, up also sagi habawe. Many blooms, many like flowers. I have to fix this. That should have been ithba khamsha ilan, because it's a genta, it's feminine. Genta, ithba khamsha ilane ithba. So that be should look like this ba. Ithba up sagi habawe. Gaya qatab. So qatab is to pluck. Qatab, warde are flowers. Ma shapir wardahana. How beautiful is this flower? Ma shapir wardahana. So shapir is to be pleasing to the eye, to be beautiful. Shapir. Ma shapir wardahana. Ithbe richa basima. It has a pleasant smell. Ithbe richa basima. So we wouldn't usually call a smell shapira, because shapir is more the visual sense of comeliness and beauty, and basima is more of pleasantness. So we would think of our olfactory sense much like we're tasting something. And our visual is more like the idea of external harmony in the world. So shapir in that kind of platonic sense of beauty. So shu'ale, Panna biyad ramza. Eika ugaya. Gaya. Hana ugaya. So we find gaya. Gaya bganta. Eika ilane. Ilane bganta. Again, this is just ramza. You can just point. Einau warda. Hanin warde. Panna biyad amille. ما ناو شمطال يهانا. ما ناو شمطال يهانا. شمطال يهانا. جاية. أيكا قايم جاية. جاية. قايم بجنتا. أمانا إث أمه. أم جاية إث إيلانة وحباوة ووردة. كما إيلانة إث با جنتا هادي. إث با خمسة إيلانة. Mni, so minyana is a number. So mni is the command for count. The verb for to count and the word number are the same, Syriac. Minyana is the number and mni means count. So mni min khad al-khamsha. So count from 1 to 5. أمني من خذ الخمسة. So I'm going to just do it. خذ ترين ثلاثة أربعة خمسة. خذ ترين ثلاثة أربعة خمسة. And finally لختوتا وردهانا إثل ريخة بسيمة. This flower has a delightful scent. وردهانا إثل ريخة بسيمة. A pleasant, a pleasing scent. His shu'ale are going to become more dependent on someone who knows who knows turoyo and some basic tobonoyo, who knows lishana swadaya and basic lishana ktawanaya or sapraya. So don't feel like you should necessarily know the responses unless you can pull them out of your prior knowledge. I'm going to be helping you out more with them as we progress, especially if you're not a speaker of modern Assyrian, Lishana Suryaya, because as we advance, this book was written for northern Syria, southern Turkey, half a century ago. Herge Sraya, so the 10th, Sraya. Achel, he eats, Achel. Bache, he cries. Bache. Nachet. It's that thing cats do. What's the nachet? It's to bite. Nachet. He bites like almost like a stinging bite, like a busra is flesh. So we'd also meat, flesh, busra. Micha chzikata. Micah, see the cat. Micha chzikata. Qatahana nacheth sagi. His cat bites a lot. Nacheth sagi. Hu achal lachma wasra. He eats lachma and busra. So lachma is bread, busra is meat. And you notice how I pronounced the busra as wasra, because we have this rule called بدول when bet, dallet, waw, lamet come before a letter that can soften, we soften it. Again, that I'll have more of in the Rukacha Qushaya coming video. So some of these things, hopefully you can just have encountered a few times before we go through a whole lesson of pure grammar. So going back, who achel, who's who? Who's he? That means he, but it's pointing to Micha. Micha eats. Who achel lachma ubasra. Who achel lachma ubasra. Micha la rachem qata. Micah does not like this cat. Micha la rachem qata. Kad chazele bache. Kad chazele bache. Ta Micha hawle lachma. Come Micah, give him bread. Micha zi qata. Qata hana nachet sagi. Who achel lachma usra. Micha la rachem qata. كد خازل باخ تابميخا حول لخمة بنا بيد ملة من خاز قاطع نيخا خاز قاطع منا آخل قاطع قاطع آخل لخمة وصرة عرقات الناخت عرقات الناخت in قاطع هانا this cat قاطع هانا ناخت سقي الشلم بتغمه أخ so for example قاطع رب big من صبرا قاطع رب من صبرا قاطع آخل بصرة ميخا آخل لخمة ميخا لا راخم قاطع لختيوتا ميخا لا راخم قاطع هانا هرجد خداسر so 11th lesson هرجد خداسر الكركة so a kirka is a notebook. It's like the one you write in kirka. It comes from the root krach, which is to wrap something. So if you think like a bounded bunch of paper, so not loose paper, the bounded paper, what is that? It's like the notebook you write in kirka. Kirka, hirga, study. We've been getting hirga a lot. Yatil, that's what he's doing. He sits, yatil. And niche is the future or wishing tense for let him live, that he live, or kind of like que viva, that he live, like as a proclamation. We'll see it in a second. Mattai is ora, little. Matthew, Mattai is ora, that's little. Ethlektawe, he has books. Ethlektawe. Ethle ab kirke, he also has kirke. Hayatu qare hirga. Mattai talya tawa. Nich mattai talya tawa. So it's like long live Matthew, it's kind of like, viva Matthew. Nich mattai talya tawa. And it would be given oftentimes like good for you. In modern we say bes magano chayet. When we say chayet, it's the same thing. Blishana sopraya, blishana ktawanaya, neche, or for you, teche. Good job. And here's third person, neche, matay talya tawa. So when I saw Matthew, I said, neche bes magano. Then I saw him, and to him I said, teche, that you live. So that would be the second person. Ha yatu qara hirga. Ha yatu qara hirga. Mattai talya tawa. Nekhe mattai talya tawa. Shu'al. Khawalan. Khawalan. Khawid. Show me. Khawa. Aina uktawa. Hana uktawa. Aina ukirka. Hanin kirke. Better, I think this assignment you're supposed to show them off your desk, because it's for like classroom. So, if you have a book, you hold up the book. Eina ktawa, hana ktawa, eida kirka, hada kirka deal. Eina qanya, grab your pen. Eina sumda, your case. Shalem pilgamme. Mattai talya was ora. How ithle ktawa. How ithle abkhad qanya. Ha yatu qare hirga. Nikh mattai talya tawa. Lachteuta. Ha mattai yatu qare hirga. So next video will be the second part of this book, and I'm going to start using these shu'alit a little bit more so that you can hear and recognize some Classical Syriac. So I'm going to stay still pretty close to them, but in my answers, I'm not going to be concerned as much of you having it very obviously right in front of your face. I'm going to let you try to find out what I'm saying, and comment below about my speed, about how this system is working, and I can improve it that way, because right now I'm just speaking to a screen and it helps for me to hear back. Subscribe it and get notifications if you're interested in doing this, because I'm going to be trying to pump out as much material as I can. Thank you. God bless. Godspeed. Goodbye.